Hey everyone, my name is Avram K, and you're watching Alfei Panim, Parshas Vaera 2025. This is a very dramatic parsha. Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu to confront Paro and to insist that he let the Jewish people leave Egypt. Moshe, for his part, seems to argue with Hashem. He says, "Hey, Bnei Yisrael lo yishalu elai, the Jewish people didn't listen to me. Ve'ech yishme'eni Paro, and why should Paro listen to me? Va'ani aras v'asayim, and anyway, I'm handicapped. I can't speak properly." Chazal teach that this pasuk is one of the 10 kal v'chomer arguments in the Torah, a priori arguments in the Torah. Many mafarshim, many commentators point out that it seems to be a kal v'chomer pricha, a flawed argument. The Torah itself explains that the Jewish people didn't listen to Moshe because of the hard work and oppression that they faced. Paro had no such factors affecting him, which would seem to break the logic of the kal v'chomer. The Sefer Chamudei Tzvi writes that to gain a better understanding of this pasuk, we need to consider some other points. Why does the Torah find it necessary to write that the Bnei Yisrael didn't listen to Moshe? Those extra two words, to Moshe, seem to be superfluous. It could have just said that they didn't listen. Instead, it specifically says they didn't listen to him. And it's somewhat puzzling that the Torah attributes their not listening to the hard work and the oppression that they were experiencing. It would seem that the opposite would be true. People who are being oppressed would be eager to rally around someone who offers them salvation. The Chamudei Tzvi brings the medrash that Moshe said in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he said, "Master of the universe, when Yaakov went down to Egypt, didn't you say to them, I will descend with you to Egypt and I will take you up? And now you say to me, to Moshe, go now and I will send you to Paro." Moshe is trying to argue that it's not right for Hashem to send him to free the Bnei Yisrael. Among his other arguments is the point that Hashem promised Yaakov Avinu that he himself would ultimately redeem them. Therefore, it's not right, it's not proper for Moshe to go as his messenger. Thus, what the Bnei Yisrael are really saying is something altogether different and really beautiful than what we commonly thought. They didn't listen to Moshe because they had a promise that Hashem would redeem them himself and not through a messenger. They wanted to be saved by Hashem himself. But there's a ready response to that argument. The exile was prophesied to last 400 years, and they had only been in Egypt 210 years. Therefore, Hashem could argue that his promise was applicable only if they stayed the whole time. Now, however, Chazal tell us that Hashem was forced to redeem them early, as they had descended to the 49th level of Tumah, of spiritual impurity. And if they remained there any longer, they would fall to the 50th level, making salvation impossible. Under these emergency conditions, Hashem would be justified in sending in a messenger, a shliach. To this, the people responded, they did not listen to Moshe due to the lack of patience that they had, that they worked so hard, and their hard work and their oppression. In other words, they're arguing that the Mitzrim exceeded the amount that they were permitted to oppress the Jews. This caused the length of the exile to become shorter. 210 years became the equivalent of 400 years due to their extreme suffering. It would then come out that since it was considered as if they had been in exile for the full 400 years, Hashem should redeem them himself. To this argument, Hashem responds that he will be with Moshe, and that is to be accepted as his direct participation. Have a wonderful Shabbos. My name is Avram K, and you're watching Alfei Panim.